Welcome back, everybody. It's Darren with B&H Railroad, and I know it's been a while since I've shown my face, and hey, for good reason. I've been hanging out with Mason. You know, he's 3 now, and just running around crazy, just doing so much. So let's jump to it real quick, and I'll show you everything that I have been working on. And as you can see right now, I'm kind of laying out the yard. This is kind of what I want and how I want it. So I'm using painter's tape, and I'm just basically doing a rough mock-up of what I want. So basically, as you can see, I have my main line, arrival and the departure track, and then I'll have some staging. And then down here, it's going to come and there's going to be a stubbed in yard that kind of flows in and then just stubs in right here. And then on this side here, I'm going to put my engine facility. Or I may flip that around, but once I get the tape all laid out, I'll see. So the engine facility may be up in this area here, and then 3 or 4 tracks will be over here. I'm not sure, and I'm not exactly sure on placement yet, so that's why I'm doing that and using the tape. This way I don't run the marker all over the surface and then just basically confuse myself, which is very easy to do. Trust me. I mean, very simple. So just using that, and then this way I can kind of look at it and get that visual aspect of it, and then I can change how I need to fit my needs. So as of right now, that's all I've got. Did have, at one point, I had a turnout coming off the curve, and my main line ran, and like I said, since then I've decided to change it up a little bit, so I took all of that up this afternoon, and so this is where we're at now. So the next video will kind of showcase everything, how it's going to be laid out 100%. So let's turn the camera. I'll show you the swing gate and what I've done with the workbench. That's probably been where I've spent most of my time. And I'll show you a little bit more. All right, so this is the swing gate, and it is about 98% completed. Now, I'm working on a backboard here, and that will extend across here, and that's only so when somebody opens the door, they won't shove their hand through the seam. So I'll show you what this looks like when I close it. And as you can hear, my dog is having a blast outside. So that's what it looks like. And there will be this steel girder bridge that will go across here. I'm actually in the process of building it right now. And so, yes, if you guys remember, I was doing a video build on the truss bridge, and will cover that in the second video for the build and explain why I changed my mind on that particular bridge and everything else. So, so all of this section back here will be closed off just so no little hands gets thrown through the middle and destroys everything there. So what I'm also planning on doing is this backside will have one large mirror, and then that way it will make the scene look deeper than it actually is. So I'm excited about that. One thing that I do have to do is just to keep the wood from wearing down, I've got to put my strike plates. I'll have one on this here and then one on the bottom side of the lip. So when it shuts, it's not rubbing wood to wood. So that's pretty much what I've got there. Now, one of the other things that I actually failed to mention earlier is I've started my climb up to the second level. So all of this is good. And as you can see, don't mind the mess, but it runs up. All of this is in the sub-road bed, and it actually ends right there. Don't worry about this. This is just laying up there because, as you guys can see, I've been cleaning up. And same thing over here. Just trying to clean up, and as you can see, I've got a lot of little gadgets in here. Got his bike there, his scooter, his big wheels, and then of course my one wheel. And then this is where all the bins will be, and then eventually all of that wood will be up off the floor and they'll be used. So my other thing is my steel girder bridge that I'm building, scratch building. This is real close. I still have some cutouts to do to make everything look good, and then put my sides on and all, and then it'll be pretty much finished. But I'm not worried about doing that until I get the climb all the way around. to that point there where that little cleat is. Now remember, if you guys can remember my last probably, I don't know, maybe 2 update videos ago, all these little cleats are going to actually disappear. So we'll touch on that on another video as well. And then as you can see, I've got that curve up there. That's roughly a 60-inch curve. And it goes from that point there all the way around. And then it comes in right there. And that takes us up to the second level. One of the other things that I've decided to do, this part up here, the second level, this is going to be more narrowed. So this is going to be basically chopped in half, and I will explain that on another update video when we get closer there, but just keep that in mind. So the big thing right now is my workbench that I've been putting a lot of time and effort into. It's not quite done yet. As you can see, I got my paint holders, and we had to paint them red because that's Mason's favorite color. And I still have to drill my hole and lay my grommets and everything so I can run my wires. But the big thing that I'm excited about is my lighting. And as you can see, that is really bright. Absolutely love it. And it's just the little string lights. Just great set of lights. And like I said, you can still see I have that right there to fix, but all of that will be actually attached to the wall and then drop down to the power cord supply. That'll be, well, not actually a power strip, not a cord. So all of that will be kind of tucked in and hidden. So, but other than that, I got to say, I'm really pleased with this whole setup right now. Going back, if I had to change anything, I absolutely wouldn't change anything here. I love the way the workbench is. I have just enough room, clearance-wise, from the top of the workbench to the bottom of the framework, and I'm good with that. I really am. So I'm pleased with the way it turned out. So of course, you know, I have like my cutting mat and everything, and then if I'm building something, I can do that over there. So it works out really nice. So anyway, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching. Let me flip the camera around. So look forward to more videos. Like I said, I do apologize. Actually, I shouldn't apologize, but I do. I've had a lot of people reach out and ask if I was still in the hobby, what's going on, and I appreciate you all for asking. But yes, I'm still very much in the hobby. It's just right now life has taken me in other directions. So when I get the time, I do come out here, and it's not a lot of time. It's 5-10 minutes at a time, and I'm fortunate for that. I really am. So anyway, hope you guys have a great 4th of July. Thank you for checking in on me and asking about Mason. It really makes my day when you guys stop and ask how Mason's doing and how I'm doing. So thank you guys and gals for that, and have a great one, and we'll talk soon.